Hello world, welcome back to our beautiful NuWave Leadership YouTube channel. So this is Vishnupriya and Aristo, one of the co-founders of NuWave Leadership, myself Sabrina Lindner, the other co-founder of NuWave Leadership, and as always we are bringing you exciting, insightful questions around 5D living that we ask the collective of one, the COO, during our channeling sessions. So let's jump right into the next question. Vishnupriya, over to you. What's the question for today?
Yes. So now the question has finally reached almost the 5D space, I should say. So the question was, in order to have ease, joy, love, abundance in the present moment, is there any change in perspectives that the humans have to bring in? So just to give a background story a little bit around the question, I hope by now, if you had been watching it in the sequence, you might have learned that COO have been answering us that having that ease, joy, love, and abundance in the present moment is the best way to purify the energies faster, right? So at the end of the day, everything boiled down to that one moral of the story, which is having ease, joy, love, and abundance in the present moment. As well as on the other side, what I could also understand from what COO was telling was that in order to have that ease, joy, and love and abundance in the present moment, there are certain perspectives that we might have to change and shift, especially if our intention is to go from 3D to 5D. Clearly, it is the perspectives that is in fact designing the background of our life itself. So if and when we shift our perspectives, that's when the structure of our life, or that canvas of our life, shifts and changes, right? So I guess you understand where that question is coming from now. Over to you, Sabrina.
Yes, so let's hear what the collective of one responded as Vishnupriya asked this question. Well, the interesting thing that has happened, particularly with the human creation, is that there seems to be a lot of pleasure in the pain and some contorted beliefs around that things are less good when it's easy, less good when there is true joy. But that just again is like a misconception. So we would really encourage you to create simple practices where people can let go. First, to see what they are holding on to the pain, and then next, step by step, let go without any judgment. I'm saying this so simply and clearly because that is the first step. We have seen that everything is quite constricted right now in many humans, so you have to take them step by step. You have to let them open those channels for the energy slowly again. And as they get in touch with the pure energy, that's when they can truly grasp it. Short response here. So Vishnupriya, what is your takeaway?
Yes, how beautifully said. And I can totally resonate with it, because I was also a person who was like, I have to work hard and prove the world all the success that I've got is through my hard work, right? Also, in our culture, in the conversations between people, I've always heard that statement, which is, I earned this success through my hard work, and we worked so hard to make this happen, even whether it's a group project, for example, right? So we take credit for the pain. And therefore, the words that COO brings in here, which is that there is somehow, through our perspectives, through our 3D perspectives, we have created so much pleasure in pain. And more than pleasure, for me, it was like I could, it was proud. Like I was feeling the word is coming as proud. I was feeling so much proud that I went through so much of hard work, so much of struggle, so much of pain in order to make this happen, or create this success. So clearly that's a 3D perspective, which is obviously not allowing us to have ease and joy, right? So when I tell you that, oh, I got this great success with absolute ease and joy, most likely people would say that, oh, you just got lucky. There is no value in it, in other words. So all of those are just 3D perspectives, which is obviously not allowing us to have that ease and joy. What if we can shift that as having that ease and joy is the true value, right? That obviously is aiding in the collective purification process. So that's what I see COO is bringing into picture here. Also, they say first see what is it that is making you hold on to the pain, and then step by step let it go. So this was another word, because I had heard that word of let it go from so many, wellness related courses and programs, and I kind of did not really understand what that means, because I was always thinking letting it go means that I have to just kind of keep quiet and keep looking at things and have no say on anything that's happening around, or letting it go means that I just have to simply forget about it and keep going. But here, on this particular note in this answer, I see that letting it go truly means that accepting it. Even from our last question, you might have heard that word of acceptance that we were already discussing. So, acceptance here, again, not from, I use the word, being a doormat, for example. Anybody can stamp on me, and do you mean I have to accept it, right? So, no, that's not what we are talking about. It's not about being a doormat, rather, accepting something by first of all understanding the truth that everything is energy, and that there are slow moving energies and then the fast moving energies, and then acknowledging that even the slow moving energies, there is a beauty in it, and now accepting it from that space that, oh, I see the beauty in this too, right? So that is what the true acceptance that we refer to from this 5D living space. So, therefore, in order for us to live with that ease, joy, love, and abundance in the present moment, first set of the answer that we have to let go of all those 3D perspectives, which doesn't let us have that ease and joy. And then we have to be in that mode of true acceptance in every moment, which will give us that ease and joy. So that's my answer. Over to you, Sabrina.
Yes, I find it so fascinating when we listen to that answer by the COO, how much, on how many different layers in the 3D world we actually have the pleasure and the pain. It is in all the stories, like if you look at most of the movies that come from a 3D perspective, even, there's so much joy in us observing the protagonist of the story going through all the suffering and the pain, and they're really working hard to make that relationship go, or happen, or to build their business, or whatever other story it is. But generally, our storytelling, even, which reflects our perspectives and beliefs in the 3D space, is very much based on, there has to be this hard, painful struggle involved. And that's when someone is truly a hero, or is truly going to get what they dreamt of. And, when something is so deeply ingrained in our cultural thinking, even, then you can imagine how we might not even see the different nuances of it. And for me, how the CEO just said, like, just look at it, just look at what makes you hold on to the pain. And then, as the next step, this acceptance, as Vishnupriya also talked about, like a step by step connection to the truth. It doesn't have to be with a judgment that I have to totally rebuild my perspectives today. No, we can just take a step at a time, connect to this feeling that we are actually energy, and some are moving faster, some are moving slower. And then from there, we can see whatever we want to let go, meaning accept. For me, again, it was such a beautiful, very simple way of explaining something that in the 3D space seems to be very complicated and very complex. And that's also something that Vishnupriya and myself keep discovering, that the 5D perspective, as taught to us by the Collective of One, is very simple. It's very straightforward and has the underlying same principles, which makes it such a joy, to go through the process, because it's such a simple step-by-step process, basically. Anything to add, Vishnupriya?
I hope that answer helps us all step into that true ease and joy in the present moment, and also just start making those attempts to do it if you're just getting started, as the answer says, step by step. Out of the 24 hours, so called 24 hours that we have on each day, even just for 5 minutes, if we can just try it out. Oh, what if I can be in ease and joy in this moment, and whatever happens or what is happening in front of you, just energetically, when we are in acceptance, it just feels like we are this little, for me, the image that comes up is just being a hollow cylinder, just opening yourself up and letting that energy flow through you. That's what, the true acceptance that we are talking about is. And that's what is creating all ease and joy. It's only when we resist the flow, it just keeps hitting and hitting, and that's what we call it the triggers and all, negativity, so to speak. But when we open up ourselves and let that energy flow, it becomes such a ease and joy process that we are looking forward to. All right, I hope that helps. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And if this video interests you, any of our content interests you, contact us. We have something very delicious for you, which is our 5D living experiment. We would love to have as many of you as possible to join us in the 5D living experiment so we can all do this as a group project. So, yes, contact us if you're interested. We are going to see you in the next video.
See you soon.